setting up the Miller 14-pin spool gun on a Miller engine drive. This is the back of our control box. This is where the gas hose is connected. This here is where the power cable is connected. The contactor switch here stays in switch to energize welder output, because these wires here on the back side, this plugs into the control box, and then in the front of the control box, plug your spool gun, power and gas cable, and your control cable in. A good start speed would be set your gas pre-flow to 1 or 2, set your wire speed all the way to the bottom. This is your gas and power cable that goes in the front of the control box. This is your contactor, motor speed, and motor power connector. A good number for starting would be setting this to about 80 or just above, and then set your engine drive to about 22 to 24 volts. When you look at your controls here, you go to wire feeder constant voltage using remote. That way, only when you pull the trigger on the spool gun, the wire will be energized. If you go to wire electrode hot, your wire will always be energized. If you set the spool gun off to the side, it may accidentally arc out. Your polarity is electrode positive over there. And then in the wire mode, you dial this where you're at approximately 22, 24 volt. From the control box, the control cable that you plugged in, one of these cables here goes on the 14-pin connector. Screw it all the way tight. The other one goes into 110 volt. This power cable you will have to attach to your MIG wire port, or have to cut the lug off, put a quick connect in it. Here you leave your ground cable plugged in. If you have a diesel Trailblazer and you can choose idle speed, you always should be in the fast speed so that the control box gets the proper 110 volts in order to operate the gas solenoid and the wire drive.